Most people think logic is just for debates, academic papers, or winning arguments, but that belief holds so many of us back. Today, we're breaking down a powerful idea from the book, The Power of Logic and Argumentation for Personal Growth. Critical Thinking Mastery. This book shows how logical thinking and strong argumentation aren't just intellectual exercises, they are fundamental tools for your personal growth. If you want to make better decisions, think with more clarity, communicate with strength, and gain more control over your life, then this video is for you. Let's start with why logic matters in your daily life. Every single choice you make, from what you eat for breakfast to your biggest career moves, follows a line of reasoning. Good reasoning leads to progress. Poor reasoning leads to repeated mistakes. The book explains that logic isn't about sounding smart, it's about thinking clearly, especially when you're under pressure. When your logic improves, your emotions calm down. When your logic improves, your confidence increases. When your logic improves, your growth becomes intentional, not accidental. So, what is logic really? It's simply structured thinking. It means identifying the actual facts, understanding cause and effect, and drawing conclusions that genuinely follow from the evidence. Logic helps you separate what feels true from what is true. This is a critical distinction that can change everything. The book emphasizes one key idea that I really want you to remember. Clear thinking is a form of freedom. It frees you from confusion, from manipulation, and from your own worst impulses. Now, let's talk about argumentation. Many people avoid arguments because they associate them with conflict, anger, and fighting. The book completely reframes argumentation as a skill for creating understanding. Healthy argumentation isn't about winning. It's about collaborating to find the truth. It means explaining your reasoning clearly, actively listening to opposing views, and being willing to test ideas instead of just defending your ego. You have to remember, good arguments reveal truth, while bad arguments are just there to protect someone's pride. To get better at this, we first need to spot the common logical errors that hold us back. The book highlights several thinking traps that block personal growth. The first is emotional reasoning. Believing something is true simply because it feels true. This is a recipe for disaster, especially under stress. Another one is false assumptions. Accepting ideas as facts without ever questioning where they came from. Then there's black and white thinking, where you only see extremes and miss all the nuance in between. We also have strawman thinking, which is misrepresenting an opposing view to make it easier to attack and feel like you've won. And finally, circular reasoning, where you use a belief to justify itself, like saying, "I'm right because I know I'm right." Once you learn to spot these errors in your own thinking and in others, they lose their power over you. So how do we build a better mental framework? The book teaches a simple, 4-step logical structure for better thinking. Step 1. Clarify the claim. What exactly is being said or believed? Get specific. Step 2. Examine the evidence. What facts, data, or observations actually support this idea? Don't just accept assertions. Step 3. Test the reasoning. Does the conclusion logically follow from the evidence presented? Is there a gap in the logic? And step 4. Consider alternatives. What other explanations could exist? Could there be another way to interpret the facts? This 4-step process is your shield. It protects you from manipulation by others and, just as importantly, from self. Once you master this structure, you'll see how argumentation builds personal growth in quiet but powerful ways. You'll start to communicate with incredible clarity. You will be able to express your boundaries confidently and calmly. You'll find yourself avoiding unnecessary conflicts because you're focused on understanding, not winning. And, perhaps most importantly, you'll become someone who can change your mind when the evidence improves. Your growth accelerates the moment your ego steps aside and lets the truth lead. Let's apply this to real life. At work, you'll present your ideas clearly and support your opinions with solid reasons. You'll be able to respond to criticism without getting defensive, because you'll see it as data, not an attack. In your relationships, you'll avoid the emotional escalation. You'll be able to explain your needs calmly and listen to your partner without constantly interrupting. In your personal decisions, you'll weigh the pros and cons honestly. You'll avoid impulsive choices and act based on long-term outcomes, not short-term feelings. Logic creates stability in every area of your life. Of course, this doesn't happen overnight. The book emphasizes that building this skill requires practice and discipline. You can build daily habits to strengthen your logical muscles. Start by questioning your own assumptions. Before making a decision, write down the reasons behind it. When you have a strong emotional reaction, challenge it. Ask yourself, what's the logic here? Make a conscious effort to listen before you respond in conversations. And when you make a mistake, review it logically, not emotionally. Look for the flawed reasoning, not for someone to blame. Over time, with consistent practice, this kind of clear thinking becomes automatic. The core message of the book is simple but profound. Logic sharpens your mind, argumentation strengthens your understanding, and together, they drive unstoppable personal growth. When you think clearly, you live intentionally. And intentional living is the direct path to progress, fulfillment, and a life you've consciously designed. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into books on critical thinking, logic, and personal growth. Let me know in the comments what book you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching. Think clearly, speak wisely, and grow deliberately.